Hi everyone, welcome back to the Fat Lady Knits. It's me again. Oh, it's so good to be back. Please do me a favor. The princess has reminded me, so I'm going to remind you. Take a moment, please, if you like what you've seen, to hit subscribe. And then also go over and hit the bell. That way when a video drops, you'll be notified, okay? So two things. Hit subscribe, hit the bell. You'll receive notification when a video drops. Thank you. Um I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Right now I am stuck on Sock Island. Everybody needs socks. No one can find the socks I made them. Everybody wants more socks. And giving people artificial socks is not working. What are artificial socks? Socks made from acrylic that I bought somewhere. Apparently, that didn't go down well. So, I was hoping to be on Glove Island, Mitten Island, Hat Island. Um, I really wanted to do some scarves. That's not happening anytime soon. So please, if you're not into socks, and you have to go, I understand. I wish you well. Safe journey. Hopefully you'll catch me in the future doing something besides socks. But I've accepted I'm on Sleeve Island, not Sleeve Island. I wish I were on Sleeve Island. I'm on Sock Island. And I'm unlikely to be on Sleeve Island because this is not a sweater family. This is more a sweatshirt and fleece family. But you never know. Um, Also, I was hoping since I started this podcast that I would have a chance to do more hand knitting. That hasn't worked out either. I'm doing more work on my machines than before I did the podcast. It's supposed to be the reverse. The machine should have given me time so now I could do some hand work, but I'm doing so much machine work and spending time doing the hand finishing that I haven't had the chance to do hand knitting. That is hilarious. But you know what? Let's make the best of where I am, which is Sock Island. And I've said that so many times, we all know where I am. Now, we're used to, or at least I'm used to, whenever you see people with their circular sock machine, they're doing, let me move this because I think I see somebody's head. um, we used to see people doing traditional socks. It's a plain sock. There's certain exceptions. We know when Roz Keys or Witherington does do their socks, it's gonna knock our socks off because they do fabulous work. And there's some other people, please forgive me if I don't mention your name right now. Okay? So we're used, as I said, to the plain vanilla sock. And I thought I had one here. Ah, yes. You know, this. I don't know why these things blow out so much. Okay. Here we are, a regular sock. And to add interest, you really are relying on the yarn and, you know me, color, traditional colors, nothing, and then this pop of color at the toe. And these colors, I dyed it myself, has nothing to do with the rest of the sock. But there's kind of like a green tint in there in what I dyed, so it works. But the person I made these socks for loves them because they love the pop of color. Okay? But I've been playing with the circular sock machine. And depending on where you are, whether you're a beginner or you're experienced, you would try different things. One of the easiest things to do to add interest to your sock, let me see, does that show well? Ah, see the picot at the edge? Now that gives a really delicate, I forgive the person who's eating potato chips. I can hear your bag cracking. Yeah, I heard the crackling. But you see how the picot, it gives it that really delicate feminine edge. Okay, so that's one of the simpler things you can do. And this is easy to achieve because all you're doing is moving one stitch over so that you end up with a needle with 2 stitches, followed by a needle with no stitch, followed by a needle with 2 stitches, followed by a needle with no stitch. And then when you knit the next row, you get the picot. It's really, really pretty. Okay, And it's really delicate and feminine looking. What else can you do? Ah, this one. I like to take stitches on and off the machine. So what did I do with this? I use my cast on bonnet, and we're used to hems where the knit stitches show. I took it off the machine and I reversed it so that the purl stitches are what's making this cuff. For this, you need patience. If you don't want to be bothered taking stitches on and off the machine, this is going to get on your nerves. But you can do it, and if you're using different colors, it gives it a really different look. This is really awesome. Regular sock here. Okay. And we know I love this. Now, this sock has a history. I made this sock years ago, and I have been tearing the house apart looking for this sock, and more importantly, the yarn that I made it from. I have torn apart every closet, every bin, every bag, and I can't find it. My sister gave me this sock today. She found it in her house. Maybe she'll find the rest of the yarn also in her house so I can make a second pair of this, because I dyed more, I'm somewhere between 150 to 200 grams in this awesome bright pink. And I would love for this sock to have a sister so I can wear it. Oh, this made my day. It really, I love this. I mean, look at this color. Oh, ooh la la. Okay. Well, those are fairly straightforward. Then I thought, I'm a flatbed knitter, so I know a thing or two about stitches on the machine. What did I try? This. Okay, let me show you the good part. Look at that. Doesn't it look like scales or bumps? If you're a flatbed machine knitter, you know what stitch this is. Yes, it's a tuck stitch. And I did it all over. After the cuff, it's tucked all the way. And it's in a glorious and bright yellow. And I brought it down the top of the foot. And I stopped for the toe because I didn't think it, toes, But there's a problem. Let me show you. See how it puckers? It makes no difference to the wearability of the sock, but from an aesthetic point of view, I said that right, yay! This looks awful, okay? Now, it could be a design feature if that's what you're going for, but I would have really preferred a smoother sock. That's the bottom of your foot. I would prefer the edges, because it did it on both sides, to be smoother. So what I'm thinking is I need to make another one, and this time just have the tuck stitch at the very top of the foot, not over to the sides. And let's see if it doesn't pucker. But something tells me it still will, because these stitches are pulling. The solution to it might be, one of the possible solutions is to bridge the stitches so that the tucks are worked in one tension and the bottom of the foot is worked. Would a looser tension work? Or would it be that the tucks need to be in a looser tension and the bottom needs to be in a tighter tension? I'm not sure now. I would have to really sit down and play with it and see what happens. But as I said, I love the tuck. This is so pretty. Or is it the yellow I like? Whichever the case, I think this is an awesome sock. And it doesn't make sense to put the tuck on the bottom of the foot. I think it would be irritating to be walking and have this thing under your foot. So I'll figure it out. I tried some more tuck stitches. Let me make sure, because I did more. Let me make sure. No, that's not a tuck. Okay, this one is the tuck in reverse. This is the wrong side. How do I show this to you? Ah, there we are. This is what the tuck stitch looks like on the inside. It looks like lattice work, you know, little diamonds. And I decided I worked the cuff, I worked the top regular, but then I took it off the machine and I turned the sock inside out and then started the rest of the sock in plain knit stitch. Okay, because I think the inside is really lacy and feminine. And the other thing I was thinking is because of the lattice and it looks like little diamonds, what might be awesome is to put a pop of color inside of each diamond. So maybe a bead. But I don't know if in winter you want a glass bead next to your foot or maybe one stitch, the middle stitch in a color to give it a little pop or something. But I thought that was really, really a neat thing to do. So this was these were my first forays into trying to add some interest to socks on the CSM as opposed to just doing the regular vanilla stitch and relying on the yarn giving you the source of interest. Okay? And ooh, and it's almost time to go. So rather than go on and on and on, let me thank you for coming. Next time we'll talk about some other textures and we might even get to color because I've really been playing hard with these socks and I'm liking the results that I'm seeing. Okay? So thank you for coming. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.